It's my distinct pleasure to address the esteemed members of the think tanks of Indonesia. Friends, we have had very rich historical and cultural ties. You may please recall that in 1950, in the first Republic Day celebration of India, your president was the guest of honor. So that shows how close we are. A very brief address from my side, consisting of two parts. I would touch upon two issues. One, of course, about naming the entire India's offensive as Operation Synindor. Friends, Operation Synindor has been a big launch, a big campaign against those perpetrators of violence, of terrorism, who have taken away the husbands of our daughters, of our sisters, and of our mothers. So I think at this hour, through this naming of the launch of offensive as Operation Synindor, the Indian government wants to communicate to the international community that we all stand by the mothers, daughters, and sisters of the country. This was a ghastly act which I can very well term as crime against humanity. The vermilion on our head, on our forehead, is the basis of our marital life. We just cannot think of our marital existence in India, the women, without that vermilion on the head. And these terrorists came and removed those marks from the forehead of women, and that is something which is deplorable and we strongly condemn. This is one part. The other part, I want to very proudly inform this august house that India stands on the cusp of progress. And there is a reason why I talk about India's positioning in the world at this juncture, which I'll come to later on. India is the fourth largest economy of the world, as you know. We have just surpassed Japan. And the way we all of us are working in India, 140 crore Indians, 1.4 billion Indians, we will definitely be the third largest economy, surpassing Germany in the next 2.5 to 3 years. We are extremely confident, and this confidence we express with tremendous sense of humility. Friends, we have a GDP growth rate of 6.4%, which is definitely remarkable compared to many of the other countries. The foreign exchange reserves, which are extremely important to offer confidence to the investors and the consumers, at this juncture stand at $690 billion in India, which is one of the highest again when you compare with many countries of the world. We have a retail inflation of just 3.16%, which is declining with every passing day. Again, it's a mark of confidence that we want to give to the consumers and the investors. Friends, we are 1.4 billion strong population, and I would say with a lot of happiness, I underscore with a lot of happiness that it's a young population with a median age of only 29 years. So we have way to go to, and we are actually going up. In fact, one after the other, I can list out all the achievements, but there is paucity of time, I would not. And why did I focus on these is definitely a reason to it. We want to tell you very emphatically, and I say with all conviction at my command, that India is a peace-loving country. We do not want violence within the boundaries of India. We want tranquility. We want brotherhood. We want all of us joining hands and working together. And we want to reach a goal that we have set for ourselves, developed nation by 2047. India wants to be in the list of developed nations by 2047. Now, why did I say this? I'm saying all these things, I'm counting my achievements, my country's achievements, just because I want to communicate very strongly that at this moment of charting the path to progress. We do not want disturbance. We do not want terrorism. We do not want violence. We want peace. We want tranquility. We want a sense of bonhomie and brotherhood. And that is why all of us have gathered here. In fact, my very esteemed colleague, Sri Salman Khurshid ji, has actually put the entire thing in proper perspective. We want to solicit Indonesia's support. Indonesia is extremely important for us. As I told you, it has been our partner all through. And I must tell you that I come from Odisha. My friend sitting there, Mr. Pradhan, is also from Odisha. Just a few words before I conclude. In 1947, when Indonesia was fighting the Dutch for independence, it was Biju Patnaik, the legendary leader from Odisha, who came and held the hands of the then leaders of Indonesia, and then we got independence from Dutch in 1947. So this is the kind of tie that we have. At this I end, and I just make a very humble appeal on behalf of the entire team here, very dedicated team here from India, my esteemed colleagues from the Parliament, and an ex-diplomat, and a foreign minister who has really earned a lot of good name during his time, to help us, to stand by us, to talk about us, and to be on the same platform as we are against the scourge